Whoa, this is heavy, man. Hey guys, I'm Colwyn. I've got another unusual action figure. This is Back to the Future 35th anniversary. I want to say NECA, yeah, NECA Marty Mcfly. And on the front, we've got this really nice artistically drawn image of Marty Mcfly getting out of the DeLorean with the fire strip behind his hands, and he's looking at his watch trying to figure out what time it is. And you know, out of time, cool artwork on the side. Same artwork over here. We got some pictures of the figure. Ultimate Marty McFly and Dark Brown experience the adventure of a lifetime in an unlikely time machine as they travel to the past, present, and future, setting off a time-shattering chain reaction that disrupts the time-space continuum. It wasn't that big a deal. He's got a skateboard, guitar, camcorder, backpack, interchangeable heads, and interchangeable hands. And if you open up, there's another cool picture of him over here. And here is Marty with his skateboard and all his other stuff. So let me go ahead and, first, let me go ahead and bring in the Doc Brown inbox. And we can see how those look side by side. So let me go ahead, and one thing you need to remember about NECA figures is sometimes their joints are really tight. So I'm going to take him out of the box carefully and check all his joints before I bring him back onto the table. And if I need to, I will absolutely throw him in front of a hairdryer. So let me go ahead and get him out. Alright, so I've got Marty McFly out of the box here, and let me address real quick. He does come with a very decent backdrop of the DeLorean backing out of the trailer car that they stored it in at the beginning of the first movie. Marty McFly here, dude, this is an incredibly accurate representation. That is absolutely Michael J. Fox right there, definitely a younger one. It's a little smushed a little bit. It's not perfect, but that is actually a really good depiction of him. The clothing all over has some really nice molded in detail. Like, this looks like a, yeah, I don't want to say leather because it wasn't leather, but it was like a rain vest kind of thing. It had like a plastic kind of I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like the buttons are all painted in, and he's got the denim jacket underneath, he's got the striped shirt, and he's even got the undershirt down there, and the hair is molded great, and like the molding on this thing is really, really slick. Let me go ahead and, come on, you were standing fine a moment ago. Here he is next to Film Noir Spider-Man. Here he is next to Scourge in robot mode. Here he is. Man, that's heavy, Doc. That's just heavy. Give me a second here. There we go. There he is next to the various size comparisons that I use. Here he is next to the Siege Carbot guys. So he's a pretty decent sized figure. He definitely is 6-inch scale. And of course, we got to bring him in next to Doc Brown. And wow, the height difference. How tall was Marty McFly supposed to be? I think he was actually only about 5.5 foot tall, and Doc Brown was easily a foot taller. And Doc Brown's not wanting to stand either right now. Come on, Doc. Stop being so heavy. So yeah, they look really good next to each other. Let's go ahead and talk articulation real quick. So Marty McFly here has a nice ball jointed head, and we'll get into Doc decapitation. Into the accessories a little bit. Let me bring back in Scourge and Hubcap so you see how those guys look next to him. Articulation wise, he does have a ball joint and another ball joint down in his neck. He does have universal jointed shoulders. He's got nice double jointed elbows with a swivel above and below. He's got the wrist swivels with the hinges. He does have a waist joint, but because his clothing is molded tucked in, you really don't have access to it. Fortunately, he does have very decent ball jointed hips with an at the hip tie swivel, a knee bend, and he's got the ankle swivel with the hinge going on there, which is really good stuff. Accessories wise, he comes with the 2 hands that are already equipped to him, plus a gripping hand for probably holding his backpack. I think this one is meant for the tape recorder, maybe? Yeah, right there. And we'll get into that in a minute. And he comes with this pair right here. This is a guitar pick holding hand. You can see the pick right there, and his nice guitar going on, so he can jam out like all good 80s protagonists should do. And the guitar here is fairly well molded here. It's got all the details on the back. It's got a nice strap that you can maneuver around. It's nice and flappy enough to work with, and look at that string detail right there. That is just incredible good stuff. He's got the backpack, which has kind of a soft strap on it. You can throw it over one shoulder. And the most important thing of all, his skateboard. This is a really well painted design skateboard. It rolls. He could probably hold it if I took the time to position him correctly. Now, one thing I have to complain about though is that he should have a waist cut. He's a skateboarder. You need to have a waist cut when you're doing skateboarding stuff, don't you? I don't. I obviously don't know. There is his box again. When I got this guy back 2-3 years ago, he was like 30 bucks. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that price. He comes with a bunch of good accessories. It's good NECA stuff. I would recommend using a hair dryer to loosen up the head sockets. And be careful when you put the heads off and on. And what's great about him is that his value really hasn't changed too much. I see him going mint in box. Well, maybe not mint. Probably, you know, opened and then put back in the box. On eBay for like $12 up to like $40. So if you can get this guy in the box with, you know, for 20-30 bucks, I would absolutely go on that. Like, it's a really good, solid built figure. There are a couple of issues, but the detailing is great. The head sculpt is great. Go out, hit up eBay, find yourself a Back to the Future Ultimate Marty McFly. You will not regret it. Dude, that's heavy, man. That's heavy. I'm Colin. I'm gonna out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.